Hello, I'm Master Numerologist Andre Moore, and today I'm on the whiteboard, and I want to talk about you being the house of numbers. But before I start that lesson, I would like for us all to understand that this is what we must do. We must all wake up from the cosmic dream. We are all in this illusion called life. Okay, so in the beginning was the Word, and the Word still is. But the question is, in the beginning of what? The beginning of creation. Before there is creation, there is the One, known as God. The One energy being eternal, unselfish. At some point, the One decided to create. And so the One went into a dream, a cosmic dream, and started dreaming of creation. But in order for it to manifest, the One decides to connect with a feminine energy, a feminine aspect of itself, which is number two, which is the goddess. Okay, when the one energy and the two energy blend their energies together, you have a birth. Boom. So the third energy, which are the souls, which is you and I. And from there, these three energies being divine, because there's nothing more divine than, say, a father and a mother and a child, you create the box. And we're going to call the box number 4. And everything of creation sits into this box. But as you can see, this box is very confining. So you have to try to find a way out of this square, of this box. So you work on creating a way out. So let's give it a lid, and let's call it freedom. The 5, you're searching for freedom. But then you long to connect with another individual. You understand? You want a home. So let's call this level number 6, the home. HOME. Get that right. Now, from there, every family wants to be grounded in some type of spiritual foundation. So let's go into the soul, or into the box, or into the church. Okay, and let's call that spirit. From there, you realize in this world you need some type of material resources. So that would be the 8th level. So let's just call that the material, MATERIA, resources. And from there, you realize that you're not alone, and that there's a whole world out there, which would be number 9. And let's call this the world. Okay, so there you have it. You are the house of numbers. Now, everyone experiences these 9 levels constantly. You understand? You're going to always be with yourself. You understand? But you also have a nurturing aspect, the goddess energy, the intuitive energy. Okay? You also are divine with untold powers. And together with the God energy and the goddess energy, you like to create. Everything that you see in this world has been created by God or man. But then you realize that this box can be very suffocating and you want to find your way out. So you put a little lid on it. Number 5, freedom. Then you crave to be with another individual or to start a family. That would be your home. You realize that in this world you need some type of spiritual foundation, which would be number 7. And then you realize that you cannot be in this world without some type of material resources, number 8. And then you realize that you're not here by yourself, but there's a whole big world that you must learn to deal with. Okay? So, you are the house of numbers. Do not wander away from your house of numbers. Do not wander out into the wilderness. And if you do venture out into the wilderness, leave some breadcrumbs so you can find your way back to yourself. You understand? Yourself is your house. When I say the self, I'm talking about the inner self. Not the outer, but the inner. Okay? Now, in the near future, this week, next week, I'm going to start doing live readings. I'm going to notify you, let you know, when I'm on, and you can ask me your questions, and I'll take a look at what's going on in your life based on numerology, really based on these 9 levels. I know a lot of people want to put emphasis on the master numbers, the 11, the 22, and the 33, and if spirit, moves me to do so, I'll talk about those master numbers. But for the most part right now, I'm just going to keep it basic and vibrate on these 9, levels. I'm going to take a look at your name, and if time is permitted, I'll take a look at your birth cycles as well. But if you want to ask me a question about a loved one that might have made that transition, I call those exit numbers. I can take a look at that as well. Or if we want to find out what's going on within our society, for example, if you have like maybe a wedding coming up and you want to know what kind of vibration, would I be under on my wedding day? Or what kind of vibrational cycle am I married into? I can take a look at that as well. Or let's say that you're finding discontent with your husband or wife, and you want to know if this is a good time for me to get a divorce. I can take a look at that. So these 9 numbers are constantly circulating. They're not stagnant. Like you're not stagnant. Everything moves, right? Everything moves in cycles. So during a 24-hour day, you got 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then when you hit 10 o'clock, it starts over again. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock, then goes back to the 1 because January is the 1 energy. So it's constantly cycling in and cycling out. So there's more than enough opportunities for you to get on the positive aspect of these numbers. Okay? All right. And so until the next video, peace.